Why do people follow today's trends and then in about a year or two they say, "Wow, those trends were stupid." I don't really get that. What's up guys? It's me, YellowSubmarine, and welcome to yet another episode of not Rage Talk. What am I talking about? Real Talks with YellowSubmarine. Although we are going to be getting into a little Rage Talk and ranting about trends in general. Why do people follow them? Why are they so popular in teenage years? But besides that point, we're playing some World at War Zombies. This isn't a live commentary. I just decided to get this earlier today to have something to talk over. I know I promised some World at War gameplay. I guess this is World at War, although it's zombies, not multiplayer. I tried to get multiplayer gameplay, but I don't know, something's wrong with my internet connection and the servers on World at War. But I'm happy to announce that this is yet another successful, although we'll see if it's successful, another successful episode of Real Talks with YellowSubmarine. Hopefully it's uploaded Wednesday, and hopefully it's always going to be uploaded Wednesday, so I have a consistent schedule. So let's get right into the topic. As I promised last Real Talks with YellowSubmarine, that I'm going to get right into the topic the next time, because last time I spent about 10 minutes talking about the series, and then I started the series, if you know what I mean. Kind of started talking about Real Talks with YellowSubmarine more than actually focusing on what it's about and doing what it's about. So anyways, we're going to be talking about trends. Why are they so popular in teenage years? I think my theory is that teenagers want to fit in, and the way they do that, because first of all, they're insecure. I think that teenagers are insecure, and coming from me as a teenager, I like to think of myself that I'm different, but then again, I gotta be honest with you guys, all teenagers are insecure, no matter if you say you are or you aren't, you're insecure if you're a teenager. That's a stage in life that you go through. So these teenagers decide to group together and make a trend. And the best way to not feel uncomfortable when you're insecure is to do as everyone does, fit in, you know? So what best way to fit in than to make a trend and follow that trend? If everyone's following a trend, then there's no real uniqueness, and that's pretty much what teenagers want. I'm not saying all teenagers individually want to be ununique and want to fit in. No, obviously there's the occasional people. Now I'm gonna throw out some names and like stereotypes, I guess, but the emo kids, the goth kids, the rocker kids, the skater kids, those aren't the trends that are today. You know, they were trends, I don't know when they were trends. I think about 2005, 6, everybody in my school wanted to be a skater. Like, even I bought a skateboard and pretended to know how to ollie and do stuff like that. But I actually didn't know how to do anything with the skateboard. But I did it because everybody thought it was cool. Now, I wasn't a teenager then. I was maybe 11, 12 years old. But still, I'm not saying that I matured earlier. I'm just saying that that stage doesn't necessarily start when you're exactly 13, when you're in your teen years. It slowly develops into and through your teenage years. So, yeah, the skateboarding trend in grade 6, everybody wanted to be a skateboarder. So, obviously, I didn't want to stand out and everybody to be like, wow, Alex doesn't want to be a skateboarder. So, obviously, I bought a skateboard and tried doing some ollies. But now it's different. Now I want to not stand out, but I want to be unique. I want to be myself. So, back to the point where teenagers want to fit in and they're insecure and feel uncomfortable standing out. So you set a trend and everybody follows that trend. Now, there's a point where if everyone follows that trend, even like, I'm gonna say the socially ranked lower people, or nerds as you want to call them. I don't want to call anyone a nerd, but if you study a lot and you don't go out a lot, you're a nerd. Come on. Like, live life is what I don't understand about nerds, and I get kind of why they do that. Maybe because their parents, maybe because, I don't know. I think some people get it into their heads that studying and stuff like that will lead to a great life. Actually, no. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't study. You obviously should study and do the best you can in school, but learn to live a little is what I'm saying. So let's say the nerds get a hold of this trend. Everyone has this type of shoe. Like everyone. and you feel like you're cool because you have that type of shoe. Now, this trend can never live forever. Unless, like, t-shirts. I'm pretty sure no one's ever gonna be like, wow, t-shirts, can't believe they wore those. Or maybe they can, because some things like wool knitting sweaters that they wore back in the day are like a disgrace now if you wear them. A disgrace to your family. I would beat my kids if he wore a woolen sweater. I don't care if my mom made it for him. You're getting a spanking, son. But anyways, if a nerd gets hold of that trend, all of a sudden it's not cool because now a nerd's wearing the same thing you're wearing, so that must mean that if nerds can wear it, it's not cool, thus making you a nerd if you wear the same things as a nerd. So people set out new trends, and at first, only the top socially ranked people have them, or I guess they make them. I don't know. I actually don't know the source of any trend. Maybe it's good advertising by some companies. Maybe it's just one person decides to, hey, I'm gonna buy this hat, and all of a sudden everyone's like, yo, that's a pretty sick hat. And before you know it, everybody has a hat like that. So I don't know the source of the trends. I'm probably gonna look it up after this video or something. But trends are pretty much made because too many people follow the previous one, and then everybody frowns upon the previous trend and moves on to the next one, like Drake would say. So that's what I don't get. About like a year or like half a year ago, you were so into one trend, and then a half a year later, you like frown upon people that are using the last trend when you were that person using that trend not long ago. So I think that's pretty stupid, and I never really went into trends. Like, let's say here in Canada, maybe even in the USA, Canada Goose jackets, they're like the big thing. Like, if you have a Canada Goose jacket, you're pretty swagged out. But now, I've actually never even wanted to own a Canada Goose jacket. I think my sister had one, or no, that was a TNA jacket. But a lot of my friends have Canada Goose jackets, and they're just getting it not because they like the jackets, because it's the trend. And everybody gets them because everybody has them. But soon enough, mark my words, I mark my words, and I promise you, guys, that soon enough Canada Goose will be out of style completely. Like, nobody would remember Canada Goose in about a year or two. Maybe not a year or two, but give it some time, nobody will remember Canada Goose. And everybody will be like, oh yeah, Canada Goose, how silly we were for buying those things. So that's why when I go into a store and I see some no-name brand, no, not no-name, but if I go into like a shoe store and I see some unique shoes, they're like pretty sick, pretty whacked out, I'm gonna buy those. I don't care if there's some Nikes with the same price, but they're ugly, you know? I'm gonna buy the like brand no one cares or knows about, because I think those shoes are better. And that's kind of how I roll. I don't know about you guys. I'm not saying that this is better than the other, but I'm saying you will save a lot of money, because as soon as something becomes a trend, it becomes more expensive. Nothing cheap will become a trend. And take those energy balance bracelet bands thing. I really don't get those. Those things are the biggest BS ever. I mean, a bracelet to help you with your like energy flow and brain stimulates the whatever, takes out some radiation. I don't know what kind of BS they came up with, but that is so not true. I mean, and everyone's buying them, and they're not even cheap. I mean, that band probably costs like 20 cents to make. They sell them for like $25. So I don't really get it. And I almost bought one. I almost bought one about a year ago with my friend. We were at the mall and we saw them, and we're like, yeah, whatever. They're probably like $5. I don't know, $5 the most, because we saw a lot of people have them. And then we asked them how much they were. And first of all, the woman doesn't even tell us how much they are. She just starts talking about how good they are for your body. And we're like, bitch, please, we don't care about how good they are for your body. We know what bullshit that is. We just want to know the price because everyone wears them. I want to wear them too. When she said the words $25, and I don't know if you guys found them for less or something, but I saw one for $25. I just turned away and said, bye-bye. I'm not buying this. I don't care. And yeah, pretty much. And let me explain something. There's a difference between something being expensive and brand name and something being a trend, because Canada Goose is not brand name. It's not that. Maybe it is, but I don't really consider it, because brand name is something like Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Armani, and stuff like that. Canada Goose is kind of like some. It really used to be a really small company until it became the trend. Seriously, it just made jackets, and I don't know if they sold them for a high price at the beginning, but now they do sell them for a heck of a high price, and they're not even that good quality. Brand name stuff like Armani, Gucci, Dolce and Gabbana, all those stuff, they're quality stuff. I mean, they're like leather, real leather, and like those things don't break for a lifetime, and those things are expensive. But it's because they're that brand name, but not only because of that, it's because they're made to last. I guess I'm kind of getting off topic, but I'm trying to say that Gucci, Dolce and Gabbana, and Armani, all those types of brands are never gonna go out of style. They're always gonna be like the big things, like a Rolex watch. You won't in 30 years. You won't be like, oh yeah, I remember when we used to wear those Rolex watches. Oh wow, I can't believe that. That was so stupid of us. Why was everybody having those Rolex watches? Rolex watches, not everyone has, and that's what makes them unique. And Rolex makes sure of that. Makes sure of that. I said makes sure of that. Sorry, my bad. If Rolex became a trend, Rolex knows they're screwed if they become a trend, because it's gonna die down soon, and they're not gonna be making money at the end of the decade, or however long it takes for the trend to die down. And remember those silly bands? Those things made a ton of money. Seriously, I think they were around since like the 90s, but nobody gave half a rat's ass for them. But as soon as somebody gets a hold of them and like declares it a trend, I guess, I don't know, everybody buys them, and they got so much money. They cost like $1, $2. That company got a lot of money, and now it's like 2012. Those things are so 2010. Nobody wants them anymore. So yeah. And also trends on Facebook, I want to talk about that. On Facebook, I don't know about you guys, but my Facebook wall has been flooded with like for it, to be honest, the whole 2011 year. As soon as the 2011 year was over, I see statuses like, oh my god, these people with like to be honest, statuses are so 2011. I don't get that. I don't get it. And now it's all cinnamon challenges. And now I guess that's kind of dying down, because everybody's tried a cinnamon challenge, and nobody really cares about you doing the cinnamon challenge. And here, oh my god, it's just as I grab the Thompson, I die, get bum rushed by these zombies. Don't know how I survived so long with them surrounding them. But that was it, guys. It's me, YellowSubmarine, Rage Talk. Not Rage Talk, Real Talks with YellowSubmarine. Another successful episode uploaded every Wednesday. Be sure to subscribe. And yeah, guys, forgot to tell you that if you're one of the first subscribers and there's about 5 spots left, that means that you're going to be in a special 100 subscriber video for a chance to win a prize. I'm not going to say what, but you will be entered to win a prize if you comment on my 100 subscriber special video to win the prize, and only the first 100 subscribers can enter to win that. But anyways, guys, subscribe if you want to keep up, and check out the next 2 videos that I'm about to show you right now. Alright guys, if you guys missed last week's Real Talks with YellowSubmarine, click on the left. It'll bring you there to the video. I talk about me starting up the thing and talk about my school life and everyday life. And if you guys want to see a wild story that I had last Friday, I think it was, that's right, click on the right. I got a story to tell you with some Black Ops gameplay. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to leave a rating and a favorite if you enjoyed it. Thank you.